The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Wilson to throw right away. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now a first carry, and right away he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play. A line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tanner Muse there defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Got a man, it's complete to Jelani Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, 59 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
From the shotgun, Wilson, flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And some space here. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Baron Browning. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the option, here's Taylor. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
18, Pioneers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Throwing here, Dobbs. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
On first down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the draw, here's Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. Williams. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Back to Taylor on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready, set.
2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Dobbs. Rolling to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Ready, break! 60 by 6. Ready.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Wilson. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing there, but but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The kick by McManus is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Dobbs' throw caught by Pierce.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs
delivers another one to Pierce.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that's caught inside the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
18.
Dobbs is throwing. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Dobbs. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now it's Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs
tries the right side, finding Woods here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw, Dobbs. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice gain there for a first down.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
68 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Okay, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Dobbs. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Taking on the midfield logo. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Alert! Alert! Check man! Check man! Traveler! Unlock line! Unlock line!
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run with Hines.
To about the 26 here. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Dancing to his left.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Dobbs. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
4th down now after a loss of 2. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Offense at the line and set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. On third down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a couple, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Pat the street! Pat the street!
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Trap 60! Trap 60!
To throw is Dobbs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Partner, that'll do it. Well, these week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Colts, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.